So when you're ready, we're just going to find a comfortable seat, either cross-legged or on your knees. And once you're comfortable, just closing your eyelids down and just placing your hands either in your lap or on your knees. And we're just going to take a few breaths to arrive into our space today, onto your mat, wherever you are in your home. Taking a deep breath through your nose and letting it all go out of your mouth. And again, big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. For today's class, we're just going to bring our gaze inwards. So bringing your drishti internally into the body. Just slowing right down. Our body has been through a lot in the past few days. Even though we've been at home, it's a huge shock to the system to go from our busy lives to then have to stop and to wait. So just going to give ourselves some love today. Big breath through the nose. Let it all go out of the mouth. And just bring your awareness to any minuscule movements in the body. Feel your rib cage expand against your clothing. Feel it compress underneath. Maybe feel your spine readjust as you take your breaths. Feeling the palms of your hands on your knees if they're sitting there. Feeling your shoulders rise as you inhale and feel them lower as you exhale. Take one more breath like this in together. So big breath in. Really sigh out of the mouth. Either keeping your eyes closed or just gently lifting the eyelids up. Now next inhale, we're just going to open the chest up. Draw the shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, contracting the other way, trying to bring your shoulder heads towards one another at the front. And again, big inhale, opening up the front of the body. Exhale, open up the back of the body. Using your hands on your knees to find more expansion at the front and more contraction at the back. Again, one more big inhale. One more big exhale. Good, now we're going to start making a circle. So as we inhale, open up the front and then take it to the right. Circling back as you exhale. Leaning to the left. Open up to the front and to the side and to the back. Just finding a natural breath pace for you. Just feel the body and the skin start to stretch and open up. Take two more in this direction and then we'll switch sides. Again, using your hands on your knees. And other way, so leaning to the left this time. Really pull back on your knees to find more contraction at the back. Really lean over to the left. Find even more expansion at the front. Just feeling the body open up. Finding some mobility in the spine for this morning. Good. Taking 2 more in this direction. We'll meet back in center. Remembering to breathe in through the nose, feel the air pass through your nostrils. As you exhale, feel the air exit your mouth. Just feel all these tiny little movements in the body. Good. We're going to take this one more time going through our circles. We're just going to add use of the arm to find even more stretch along the sides. So as we inhale, let's lean over to your right, circle forward, over to the left. Use our hands behind you to find more opening and sweep over to the right. Just finding a natural circle for your body today. Whether you get all the way to the floor or not, it's up to you. Just doing what feels good. Just really enjoy these sensations of stretch and opening. Just take one more in this direction and then we'll switch sides. So when you're ready, opening up to your left, circle forwards, over to the right, and up to the back. Then you can keep your eyes closed or they can gently be open. Keeping your breath steady, just enjoying the sensation of moving your body through space this morning. Good. Take one more circle, and then we're going to arrive back at a nice tall seat. Just notice how your body feels now that we've added a bit of movement. Just feel the warmth start to move through your body. Take one more big inhale here. Feel the air pass through your nose. Feel your shoulders lift, your chest expand, and feel everything compress as you sigh out of the mouth. Good. On your next inhale, make your way to all fours. Your shoulders over wrists. Hips over knees. We're going to tuck our toes and push ourselves back into our first downward facing dog for this morning. So making an A-frame or a triangle. We're just going to walk out the heels as we open up the backs of the body. If your heels or knees don't stretch all the way, that's okay. Each body is very different. Maybe you twist your hips side to side. Just enjoying the movements, not pushing yourself too hard. We'll do that a little bit later. And once you're ready, just finding some stillness on the mat. Again, bringing your gaze to inside the body. Feel your breath expand on your clothes. Feel your muscles stretch at the back of the hamstrings. Grip those fingertips down into the mat. What does your mat or your towel or your floor feel like today? On your next inhale, we're going to take our right leg to the sky for a three-legged dog. Keep your pelvis neutral, so big breath in, lift the heel up. And as you exhale, we're just going to open the thigh and bend our knee towards our bum. Just finding an opening in the hip. Make sure that you've got both shoulders rotating down towards the mat as you open up the pelvis. On each inhale, try and push that knee a little bit higher. Find a bit more stretch along the front of the thigh. One more big breath here. Sigh out of the mouth, feel the air pass through your lips. Square your pelvis back up for three-legged dog. Tiger curl, bring your knee in towards your nose as you exhale. Pass it back to three-legged dog, big breath in. Ripple forward into your tiger curl, feel your spine ripple like a wave. And take it back one more time. Fill up the lungs. Squeeze it all out as you exhale. Get that knee nice and high towards your nose. Good. Gently place the foot down and drop the back knee. Just stacking both hands on top of the thigh and just finding a nice long stretch in front of the hip. You need to readjust. Just finding a nice opening. You want to sweep your arm up. Find more length. That option is available to you. Reaching the crown of the head up as you tuck your pelvis down towards the mat. Stay for one more inhale. As you exhale, we're going to transfer our weight back for a half split stretch. Just stretching out the front knee. And pass through your lunge on your inhale. If at any point your knee starts to hurt, you can just fold up your mat or tuck a cushion underneath your knee. And rock back for your half splits. Just passing through a few of these. So inhale, shift forwards. Maybe open up the chest. As you exhale, rock back. Again, like a ripple or ocean wave, inhale up, allow yourself to ripple back, finding a gentle wave of the spine, and back. One more, big inhale, big exhale, and we're going to hold our half splits. If your knee is bent today, that's okay. You're still stretching your hamstrings really hard. On your next inhale, find a bit of length in your spine. And on your next exhale, just allow yourself to melt over. Find a bit more length on your last inhale. Find a bit more depth and juiciness on your exhale. Slowly walk yourself back up to a low lunge. Tuck the toes and lift up the knee. Grip your hands into the mat. We're going to step back into our first high plank for the day. At any point you need to drop your knees, please take that option. If not, lift the knees up. Grip into the mat with your fingertips. And I would like you to dome into your shoulder blades, so you're making a little dome where your scapula would be. Draw your sternum and pubic bone together to start to activate the core and find some fire in the torso. Steady breath. Feel the air pass through your nose and pass through your lips, keeping your breath steady and regulated. Filling up, letting it all go. We're going to be here for one more big breath in. Drop the knees, chest, chin to the mat as you exhale. Pull your chest and heart forward on the inhale. Find the opening that we had when we were sitting down. Exhale, ripple back into your downward facing dog. Walking out the legs again. When you're ready, finding stillness. Taking deep breaths in and out. On your next inhale, take your left leg to the sky. Big breath in. Open the hip, draw your heel to your bum on your exhale. For your scorpion. Keep both shoulders rolling down towards the mat as you open the hip up. Finding a bit of torsion, like you're twisting a tea towel. Wring out that spine, open the front of the hip. Enjoy the sensation. On your next inhale, re-square of the hips. Take the leg back up for your three-legged dog. And passing through our three tiger curls. Feel your spine ripple as you draw that knee in towards your nose. Take it back for a nice big inhale. Exhale, try and get this knee a little bit higher. Squeeze the core a little bit more. Again, drop that knee if you need to at any point. Big last one. Squeeze it up nice and high. Don't through the upper back. Grip through the fingertips. Good, and gently place that foot down. Drop the back knee. If you need any protection underneath the knee, fold the mat or add a cushion. As you inhale, lift your torso up, placing the hands on your thigh. And just finding some stillness. Rolling the shoulders back. Find some length in between the vertebrae as you reach your crown up and tuck your pelvis down. Just finding some stillness. Maybe just feeling the sweat start to drip down the body. Feeling the heart pumping. Bring your attention back to inside the body. If your brain has started shifting to your thoughts, just bring it back to the awareness of inside the body. Find a bit more depth on your inhale and shift your pelvis back for half splits on your exhale. Flossing between this, so hips forwards on your inhale, maybe find a bit more opening of the chest like we had at the beginning. And ripple back as you exhale, finding a nice long stretch along the back of the hamstring. Hips forwards, hips back. Keeping the breath passing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just take 2 more in your own time and following your own breath. And then we'll meet down in a half split stretch. When you arrive in your half splits, take a big breath to lengthen and reset the spine and allow yourself to melt over the thigh, softening the eyelids down. Draw your left hip back as you send your right hip forward to square off the pelvis. Allow your spine and your neck to be loose. Release the jaw. Allow the breath to pass through your nose and exit through your mouth. One more big inhale here. Get a little bit more depth and stretch as you exhale. Walk yourself forwards into your low lunge. Tuck the toes, squeeze the knee, grip the fingers into the mat, stepping back into a high plank. In your high plank, send your heel bones back, send the top of your skull forwards, find a nice diagonal line across the back of your body. Maybe you paint this energy line in a colour. Just finding a nice long line. Draw your pubic bone and sternum together. Shift your weight forwards over your wrist just a little bit more. Hold for 1 more inhale. Knees, chest, chin as you exhale. Chest and heart forwards, find a bit more height on your cobra. Exhale down, facing dog. Side all out. Big breath in. Send your thighs back as you exhale. And slowly walk to the top of your mat, staying in your forwards fold. Once you reach the top of your mat, just bend your knees softly to protect your lower spine. And just feel that nice stretch along the lumbar. Maybe it comes down through the glutes and the backs of the hamstrings. Let your arms and head hang. And just enjoy this melting sensation down the vertebrae. And on the next inhale, you're slowly going to stack your spine. So you slowly rise up to a standing position. When you reach the top, sweep the arms up high above the head. Hands to heart, Samasthiti on the exhale. Good. We're now going to take 3 Sun A. If you haven't done Sun A before, I'll be here to follow along. If you know what you're doing, just take it through in your own breath. So feet hip distance apart at the top of your mat. Good. Draw your pubic bone and sternum together to find a nice long spine. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up to the roof. As you exhale, forwards fold, soften the knees. Halfway lift, big breath in. Step back to your high plank. This time you're going to pass through a chaturanga. Again, drop the knees at any point if you need. Shift your weight forwards, hug the elbows in towards your rib cage. Lift up into your upward facing dog. Squeeze those knees off the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in, lift up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, drop the heels, bend the knees, step up, float to the top of the mat. Good, halfway lift, big breath in. Exhale, allow yourself to fold over the thighs. Big sweep of the arms as you breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart, pull the energy down into the earth. Second time, big breath in. Forwards fold. If your body knows this movement, big breath in, halfway lift. You can take it through at your own pace. High plank. Shift your weight forwards on the inhale. Chaturanga on the exhale. Upward facing dog. Squeeze your shoulders down and back. Feel the sensation. Exhale, take your pelvis back. Feel the length in the back of your hamstrings as you inhale. So you exhale, bend your knees, step up, float. Halfway lift, fill up. Exhale. Sweep the arms wide. Big breath in, feel those lungs expanding on your clothing. Pull the energy down. Last time. Big breath in. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale back. We'll meet in downward facing dog. If you need to rest at any point, drop your knees into a child's pose. Take 3 big breaths all together. Feel your lungs expand on the inhale. Feel them deflate as you exhale. On your next inhale, feel your body expand. As you exhale, feel your body compress. On your next inhale, bring your attention to a certain part of the body that is a little bit louder today. And as you exhale, bring your attention to a part of the body that has not much awareness. Let's just take one more like that. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Right leg to the sky on the 3-legged dog. Feel up. Tie your curls, you exhale, knee to nose. Plant the foot. We're going to come into an easy twist, so rotate your right arm up to the sky. Finding a nice spiral of the vertebrae. Squeeze your thighs together to activate your inside thighs and find stability in the pelvis. If you'd like to add a bit more of a challenge today, reach up onto the underneath fingertips. And maybe your hand comes to your heart. And we're going to hold. Stay for one more inhale. As you exhale, we're going to spiral into our warrior 2. Opening up and expanding the body. So we've come from a nice twist to a nice opening. Finding more depth in the front knee. Finding expansion in the arms. Pull up through the back knee. Stay for an inhale. Get a little deeper on your exhale. Feel the burn in the thighs. We're going to squeeze up into a triangle. Then pull your hands to heart as you exhale. As you inhale, pull the heels in so we turn out to thighs. And as you exhale, we're going to come into a goddess pose or a nice big second plie. Taking the knees over the wrists. And we're going to hold. Soften the eyes down. Bring your awareness back to the inside of the body. And breathe. Maybe you feel your heart pumping underneath your thumbs. You might feel your glutes start to burn. This burn is good. One more big breath in. Get a little bit lower as you exhale. Push down into the earth. Sweep up nice and high. And we're going to come into Skandasana. So you're going to bend your left knee. Bring your hands to the mat. We're just going to walk side to side to open up the pelvis. Using your hands to take most of the weight so we don't stress our joints too much. Again, if your mind has wandered, just bring it back to the sensations within the body. Finding a bit more depth, a bit more stretch, a bit more opening. And when you're ready, just finding yourself on your left leg. You're going to stay folded over this first time. Just allow your head to melt down. Release the jaw. Just find a version of this position that is comfortable for your body. On your next inhale, just walk your hands up so your body is in more of an upright position. Walking yourself back to the front of your mat for your low lunge. Chest and heart forwards on your inhale. Now we're going to take our leg back for a 3-point high plank. Again, you can drop your knee at any point. And we're going to pass our chaturanga and meet back in downward facing dog. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, left side. Left heel to the roof. 3-leg dog. Big breath in. Tiger curl, knee to nose. As you exhale, plant the foot, coming straight into our easy twist on the left. Pull your legs in towards your midline. Find a spiral of the spine. Maybe you reach up onto your fingertips. Maybe the hand comes to the heart. Maybe your gaze lifts to your ceiling. Pull up through the back leg. Find more length. Hold for the inhale. As you exhale, spiral into a nice open warrior 2. And land. Just feel the mat underneath your feet. Feel expansion across your chest and out through your fingertips. Find softening in the shoulders. Stay for one more inhale. Get a little deeper on your exhale. Coming up into a nice high triangle on your inhale. Hands to heart, sun is seat, pull the energy down. Sweep the arms out, rotate the heels in, big breath in. And coming into your goddess pose as you exhale. We should be able to find a bit more opening in our hips this time. Maybe get a little deeper. Push those knees back a little bit more. Draw your pubic and sternum together to find opening in the lumbar spine. Just feel that change in the body by drawing these 2 points together. Just find a bit more length in the crown of the head. Soften the shoulders down. Stay for the inhale. Get as low as you can on the exhale. Push your heels into the earth as you're wearing stilettos in the grass. Skandasana on the right. And just walk yourself right to left. Again, finding more opening in the hips. Finding some stretch in your adductors, so your inside thighs. Again, using your hands to bear the weight. And once you feel like you've opened up your hips enough on this side, just finding stillness on your right leg, keeping your body folded over. This position can be quite uncomfortable, depending on the formation of your joints, of your ankle, your knee, and your pelvis. So just try and breathe through the uncomfortable, because this is where the practice of yoga begins. It's easy to pass through life when things are easy. When things get hard, our fight or flight responses come in. So rather than listening to your brain's thoughts of, I want to get out of this pose, or this is uncomfortable, this hurts, just shift your attention to how it feels. Parts of the body that are enjoying this sensation, to other parts that are not, and just accept that. Stay for one more inhale. Just lift your gaze on your exhale. We're going to walk up to our left knee, into our low lunge, chest and heart forwards on your inhale. Maybe find a bit more stretch in the front of the pelvis. And take your left leg back for a three-legged high plank. Send that leg high as you pass through your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. We're going to pass through our flow on the right and left twice more. I'll guide you through if you get lost. If your body knows where it needs to go, just let that lead and we'll meet you back when we're all ready. So right leg to the sky. Big breath in. Tiger curl, knee to nose. Gently place the foot down. Inhale, easy twist. As you exhale, spiral into a nice open warrior two. And land. So you inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Hands to heart as you exhale. One more big inhale. Pull the heels in. Sink down nice and low as you exhale. Push the earth away. Big breath in. Skandasana on the left as you exhale. Let's fly the arms out wide. Exhale, plant the hands to the mat. Walk yourself back to the front. Inhale, chest and heart forwards. Pass through your three-legged flow. Back and downward facing dog. Left side, big breath in. Heel up. Tiger curl, knee to nose. Plant the foot. Inhale, big circle of the arms. Exhale, spiral out to a nice wide warrior two. And plant. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Heels in. Big breath in. Nice and low. Feel those hips open as you come down. Push the earth away. Sweep high like a tree. Skandasana on the right. Lift the chest for an inhale. Maybe sweep the arms. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walk yourself back up to the front. Chest and heart forwards. Pass through your three-legged flow. Drop that knee at any point. Open the chest. And back. Good. One more time. Each side. Right leg to the sky. Tiger curl, knee to nose. Easy twist. Fill up the lungs. Spiral out to a nice wide open warrior two. Inhale. Sweep the arms up. Hands to heart as you exhale. Heels in. And plie. Push the earth away. Sweep the arms up. Pull the rib cage up. And over to the left. This time, sweep the arms up. If you'd like to stay here, stay here. If not, we're going to find a bind. So put your left shoulder around your left knee and find a grip behind your back. Stay for an inhale. Release the hands. Gently walk yourself back up to the top. Chest and heart forwards. Inhale. High three-legged high plank. Back to your flow. Down facing dog. Good, you're doing a good job. Last side. Big breath in. High you curl. Easy twist. Inhale. Open out to a nice expansive warrior two. And land. Push the earth away as you stretch up. Pull the energy down. Heels in. Inhale. Nice and low. Knees wide. Spine up. Inhale. Skandasana on the right. Lift the chest. Maybe reach arms up. Stay here or hook the right shoulder behind the right knee and find a bind. Stay for an inhale. Release on the exhale. Walk yourself back to the top of the mat. Chest and half forwards. And pass through your flow. Downward facing dog. Steady your breath. On your next inhale, gently walk your feet up to the top of the mat. When you arrive at the top, just lift up your toes. You're going to come into gorilla pose, so flip your hands around. You're going to stand on the palms of your hands. Try and get those toes right up to the wrists. If you need to bend your knees to get those hands right under, please do so. And then allow your skull to melt down towards the earth. And just give your toes a wriggle. Give your wrists a massage. Don't worry, you can detach your hands after class. Just allow your vertebrae to melt down to the earth. Maybe just find a bit more length in the hamstring, stretching the knees ever so slightly. And gently release the hands on your next inhale. Bend the knees. And we're going to slowly roll up through the spine. Sweeping the hands nice and wide. And pull the energy down towards your feet as you exhale, hands to heart. Good, we're going to bring our toes together. Heels slightly apart. You want to try and squeeze those knees in towards each other to engage the inside thighs. On your next inhale, sweep arms up. Roll your pinkies in. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. And bend your knees for chair pose or Utkatasana, our favorite. So you want to roll the pinkies in to find a nice engagement along the shoulder blades. Draw your pubic bone and sternum together. Feel that length opening back up in the lower spine. Shift your weight into your heels. Feel those quads turn on. Get a little bit lower as you exhale. Your body's probably going to be fighting you at this point. Sorry, more your brain will be fighting you at this point. Just allow your thoughts to float away. And just allow yourself to feel the uncomfortable sensations in the body right now. Just be okay with these sensations. Don't worry, they won't last long. Reach your chest up on your inhale. Sink a little deeper on your exhale. You're going to transfer your weight onto your left leg. Just pick up your right leg while we stay low. I'm going to push the earth away into a stork pose. Find nice long length in this underneath leg. Try and pull this knee up a little bit higher towards your belly button. Find length in the spine. Push down through the feet. Good, hands to heart. We're now going to grab with our second and third finger is going to grip around our big toe, and taking your other hand to your hip. If this is enough for your body today, this balance is already working all your muscles like crazy. If you feel open enough today, we're just going to stretch the knee out. Or maybe you can hold underneath, just find a bit of length. And just quietening the mind down. Just finding your balance, finding your gaze. On your next inhale, if you'd like a bit more of a challenge, we're just going to open it out to the side. Squeeze those glutes to find some stability. Stay for one more inhale. Gently bring it back to your center. And we're going to switch hands. We're going to hold around the foot. Or if that option is not available to you today, we're just going to hold underneath our knee with the opposite hand. And then when you're ready, you're going to spiral open our right hand to come into a twist. If you fall out, just bring yourself back. If you feel steady today, just take your gaze over your right hand, just finishing off the spiral. Stay for one more inhale. Gently release the foot as you exhale. Now you're going to take your left hand back and grab the foot. So we're across the body, grabbing the foot. Sweep the right arm up to the sky. Don't worry, I'm challenging you, so if you fall over, that's okay. I'm really pushing your bodies today. Reach up, find length across the front of your inhale. And as you exhale, you're just going to fold forwards. And if your right hand reaches the floor, you can use that to find your balance. Just bend your underneath knee if you need to. And if you've got the range in your body, just allow yourself to fold over. Good. Hold this for one more inhale. Now you're gently going to release the foot up and send it up to the sky for a standing splits. The leg doesn't reach high today, that's okay. Just like you to pull up your kneecaps, support the thighs. Allow your body to fold over. Squeeze your top glute for one more inhale. You're going to come into a curtsy, a bit more glute activation. Bring your knee to your other knee for a nice big bend. Take it up to the sky. Standing splits. 2 more of these. Nice big curtsy. Get your pelvis low. Feel the burn in the glutes. I know it's uncomfortable. Send the leg high. Squeeze that top glute. Squeeze that left glute. Squeeze that right glute. Gently come into your low lunge. Big breath in. Pass through your flow or step back straight into downward facing dog. We'll meet here all together. Good. Keep your awareness on your breath. Passing in through the nose and out through the mouth. On your next inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, drop the heels, step, hop, float to the top of the mat. Go straight to Utkatasana chair pose. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Pubic and sternum together. Get a little bit lower. Pull your shoulders down your back. Find length in the neck. And breathe. Stay for an inhale. Get a little lower as you exhale. Transfer your weight into your right leg this time. Try and lift up your left knee while we're down here. Push the earth away, up into stop. Good. And breathe. Taking your 2 fingers, gripping around your big toe. Other hand to your hip. This is enough for you. Stay here. Hold underneath the knee. Or if you've got the range today, kick that heel forwards. Find length in the spine no matter which variation you're taking. Push down into the earth. Feel those sensations in the body. Feel your breath. Find your drishti. Find your gaze. And if you'd like a variation of opening up the thigh, that option is now available. If you fall over, bring yourself back. One more inhale. Gently bring it back to your front as you exhale. Switching the grip to the opposite side. And spiral your left hand out. To add a bit more twist, just find your gaze over your left hand. Push down into your underneath leg. Reach up through the spine. And a bit more rotation. Gently bring yourself back to center. Release the leg, take it behind you. You're going to grip it with your right hand. Sweep your left hand up to the sky. Find length on the inhale across the front. As you exhale, gently make your way down to the mat. Bend that knee for support. And when you arrive, allow your spine to fold over. Pulling that heel towards your glute. Finding a stretch across the front of the thigh. Stay for one more inhale. Gently release that top leg and send it up for a standing splits. Activate that top glute to get the leg a little bit higher. Pull your kneecaps up to find length in the thighs. As you exhale, bring your knee to join your bottom knee for your curtsy. Send it up. Activate the left glute. Bring it down to turn on the right. Send it up high to activate the left. One more. Bring it down. And send it up nice and high. Get a bit more squeeze, send that leg a little bit higher. And gently lower into a low lunge. Chest and heart forwards. Pass through your flow. We'll make back to downward facing dog. On your inhale, lift your heels. On your exhale, drop your heels. Step, hop, float to the top of the mat. Staying folded forward, you're just going to walk your feet out to the width of your mat. Heels slightly in, toes slightly out. They're coming to a Malasana squat. So dropping the pelvis down, lifting the body up. If this position is uncomfortable for you, if you have a cushion nearby, you can bring it and just bring it underneath your pelvis. If this position is okay for you today, just going to bring your hands to heart. Just lift the chest up. Now I want you to find a bit of engagement between the thighs and the elbows. So you want the knees to push in and you want the elbows to push out. So you've got a bit of tension between one and the other. And then once you've found this, just find some length and close the eyes down. Again, if this is uncomfortable in your pelvis, on your joints, just fold a cushion and sit on top. And just bring your hands to heart. Bring your eye gaze down. Taking some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just feeling the sensations in the body. Just observing the internal landscape rather than the external landscape around you. Just keeping your eyes closed for one more inhale and one more exhale. And just gently open your eyes up. If you'd like to stay in this variation of Malasana squat to keep the pelvis opening, that option is available to you. I've also thrown in an arm balance today. So we're going to just prep for crow. If crow is in your practice, you can take your variation. If you haven't done crow before, but want to try, I'll just take you through a few options. So we have this pressure between our knees and our elbows. We want to keep this. If you like, you're just going to bring your feet a little bit closer. And then we're going to find our high plank grip with our hands and a dome through our upper back. And then you're just going to lift your pelvis up onto your tippy toes. If this is enough for your arms today, you're just going to shift your weight forwards and hold. If you feel the strength today, I don't usually have the strength to do this, I'm still working on this pose. You can just lift up one leg and then switch legs. Already you're working so many muscles in your upper back and your body. And if you have the strength, you can lift up both legs for your crow. Keep your gaze shifted forwards over the front of your mat. Try and stay for an inhale and an exhale. If you fall out, just come back and find it again. Good, and gently land back into your Malasana squat. Shifting your pelvis side to side, opening up the knees. Bringing your steady breath back. Good. Just shift your weight forwards onto all fours. We're going to make our way back into downward facing dog. I think this will be our last downward dog for today. It might be lying, it might be our second last. On our next inhale, sorry, it's not our last, I do lie. We're going to drop our heels down, and I've lost where we are on our flow, that's okay. Right leg to the sky, big inhale. Now you're going to take your knee over to your right elbow. We're going to plant our foot down for a lizard lunge. So our foot's a little bit wider, so it's not in between our hands, it's on the outside. And we're going to drop our back knee down. Find opening in the chest. And when you're ready, we're just going to fold over either onto your elbows or you can stay up on your hands. Just allow your spine to roll over the arms. One more big inhale through the nose. Feel the air pass through the nostrils and your windpipe. Sink a little deeper as you exhale. Gently bring your torso up. Now we're just going to wriggle our foot across the body for a pigeon pose. So you want your thigh to rest in front of your body. Knee just outside of your pelvis. If your hips are quite tight, again you can have a cushion underneath. Or you could either roll over to the right and take your knees into an S and fold over. Whichever variation works for you today. Take some length on the inhale and allow yourself to fold over as you exhale. Just opening up the back of the pelvis. Allow yourself to melt over the thigh. Roll that back hip down towards the earth. Find more length on your left side. Reach a little bit further. And gently walk yourself up to a seat. Good. Rolling over to your right. Just going to swing your left leg out nice and low. Sweeping the arms up to the roof. Take a slight rotation over the left thigh and fold down. Allowing your spine to curve in its natural curve over. You need to bend that knee to protect your spine. Just bend it slightly. Bring your awareness to the different parts of the body that are feeling this stretch, whether it be your hamstrings, your hip, or your back. breathing into these parts of the body that are stretching. One more inhale. Last exhale here. Slowly bring yourself back up. Just going to cross our knees in the front. Rock ourselves over and make our way back to downward facing dog for the left side. Left heel to the sky. Big breath in. Now pull this knee in towards your left elbow and find your lizard lunge on the other side. Dropping that back knee down. Find length as you fill up and allow yourself to melt over in your way as you fold down. Taking deep breaths here. Feeling the front of the pelvis open. Stay for one more inhale. Gently walk yourself up. Now just shimmying this foot across your mat. Drop pigeon pose on the other side. So either you're going to go straight down here, place a cushion underneath your pelvis, or open out into an S for a deer pose and fold over. Each variation opens up the pelvis. Breathe into your hips, into your glutes. Find comfort in the uncomfortable sensation. Breathe into your pelvis. Sink a little deeper as you exhale. And gently walk yourself back up. When you're ready, just sitting to the left, swing your right leg over. Sweeping the arms up. Slight rotation over the right leg. Into an easy forwards fold, softening that knee if you need. Allowing the spine to melt and curve over the thigh. Feeling the back line of the body stretch and open. Feeling your skin pull tight on the backs of your ribs as you inhale. Feel your body soften and relax as you exhale. And gently walk yourself up to a seat. I'm going to swing both legs forwards now. Sweeping the arms up nice and high. And we're going to roll down onto our back. Take the arms forward, tuck the chin into the chest. Slowly rolling through each vertebra, taking your time to arrive all the way down onto your spine. When you arrive onto your back, just bring your right knee in towards your chest and give it a nice tight squeeze, compressing the front of the pelvis. Pull that knee out to the right armpit. So we're just taking that knee out and open to the side of the body. And then we're going to flex our foot up to the roof for a half happy baby. And then pulling it down with the right hand. Just finding a nice opening in this pelvis, in the right pelvis. Trying to keep your left hip down towards the earth. If you need to use your left hand to pull it down, please do so. And then soften the knee back down in towards the chest. And we're going to pull it over to our left side, taking your gaze to your right for an easy twist of the spine. And gently make your way back to center. Bring your left knee in so both knees are up towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Nice big squeeze. And then gently release the right leg towards the mat, holding on to the left. And squeeze that knee in towards your chest. And then open it up to your left armpit. And when you're ready, flexing your foot up to the roof for a half happy baby. Finding a grip onto your foot with your left hand. Taking your right hand to your right hip. And just find an opening of the pelvis. Taking nice, deep, steady breaths in and out. And gently release. Bring that knee back towards your chest. And you're going to pull it over to the right. Take your gaze to the left for an easy twist. Softening the eyes down if your body asks for it. Gently making your way back to center. Hugging both knees in towards the chest. Now we're going to come into a full happy baby, so taking the grip on the outsides of your feet and pulling those knees down in towards your armpits, allowing the pelvis to open. Draw your coccyx down towards the mat, as if you've got a marshmallow underneath your lower spine. Squish it into the earth. If you like, you can rock side to side. Give your lower back a massage. When you're ready, just releasing the feet, we're going to come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So feet together, knees wide, either taking your hands to your belly or gripping the elbows up above your head. And just closing the eyes down, lowering the heart rate down, slowing the breath down. And when you're ready, you can either stay here or you can release your arms down by your sides. Lengthen your legs long for our final pose, for our corpse pose. And keeping the eyelids closed. Just bringing your awareness back into the body if it's drifted off into the mind. Just notice any shifts or wriggles or itches in the body, any tension, any parts of the body that feel numb or feel awake. Keeping your breath steady for your final pose. Shavasana. bringing your awareness back to your body if your mind has drifted off. I'm going to leave you here today in your practice. So take your time to exit when your body feels ready. No rush. Just bring your awareness into your body as you leave the mat today and throughout the rest of your Monday. Thank you for joining me this morning. Have a lovely afternoon and enjoy the sunshine. If you have any feedback, I'd love to hear from you. If not, enjoy your place on your mat today, and I'll see you another time.